Hello and welcome back to Trash Plays Marvel Champions. Hopefully this is an intro I will actually use because this will be a victory and not a loss that gets added to my previous video that was nothing but losses with Kurt Wagner aka Nightcrawler versus Dark Beast. I would really like to win. So, what am I playing? Dark Beast is a more standard fight, but he uses 3 modular encounter sets that are different environments, and you choose a random one whenever you fight him and when you go to stage 2. So the random one that was selected was Genosha. So those cards have been shuffled into the encounter deck, and when I go to stage 2, it will be a different environment. As for Nightcrawler, he's all about defending basically, and I don't... It's not working out so far. So let's draw our hand of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And see what we can do. I don't need Preservation because this only heals me. I don't need Scout Ahead, and I don't need Port and Punch, I don't need Riposte, and I don't need Under Control, so I guess I'm discarding the first 5 cards of my deck. Drawing another 5 cards, I have Beak, Armored Vest, that's good. Marrow, that's good. Teleport Drop, not as good, but that's okay. Teleport Drop might actually be good. The villain gains Steady, but I think I'm okay with that. So, I could try to rush down Dark Beast actually, but I don't think I want to. Maybe I do. Maybe I really want to change the environment because Genosha sucks. I have lost to Threat 3 times in a row. Genosha is terrible. So to start with, I'm going to use Kurt Wagner's ability to search my deck for a copy of Bamf and add it to my hand, limit once per round, and I might as well flip over to hero form because there's nothing else to do in alter ego form. I'm going to attach a copy of Bamf to Dark Beast, and this is what Kurt Wagner likes to do. He likes to attach Bamf to enemies. This is a 0 cost upgrade. And Hero Interrupt Defense, when the attached enemy attacks, I can discard to declare Nightcrawler as the defender without exhausting him. So let's use Not Today to pay for Armored Vest, because I'm not going to be using Not Today, not right now. And then I have 2 more cards to work with. Ideally, to be completely honest, I should play Marrow. I know that ideally I should play Marrow, that's probably the safest choice, but I want to use Teleport Drop. So I'm going to use Marrow and Beak for Teleport Drop. Attack, discard a copy of Bamf from an enemy to deal 8 damage to that enemy and stun it. So Beast is going to start with 8 damage right away, and he will get a stun status card. However, Genosha does give Beast Steady. And then I can place the Bamf that is in my hand onto Dark Beast, and then I can defend him next turn. So that's going to be fine. I don't think I have any way to stun him other than the Teleport Drop, so that stunned might not even matter. The idea of rushing him down is really appealing to me right now. Also, I'm going to thwart the main scheme for 1. I have 2 thwart, but I'm going to thwart it for 1 because it starts with 1 before I forget. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And it is their turn. Main scheme is going to get 1. Dark Beast is going to attack. Genosha. When Dark Beast attacks, he activates the special on the environment, so that's going to place 1 more on the main scheme. And he's attacking for 2, and I will use the Bamf to declare myself as the defender without exhausting. And let's use 1 for Riposte, and 2 for Stop Hitting Yourself. Yeah, I think this works out perfectly. So, what's going to happen is Riposte gives me +2 defense for this attack, and Stop Hitting Yourself, well, that's going to happen after I take no damage. But he attacks for 2, I have 6 defense, so even if he boosts for 3, which he did, that's only 5 attack, so I took no damage from this. So now, Riposte is going to activate if I took no damage from this attack, deal 3 damage to the enemy, so he's up to 11 damage. And then, I'm going to use 2 for Stop Hitting Yourself. Hero Action, or Hero Response, attack. After you defend against an enemy attack and take no damage, deal damage to the enemy equal to your defense for that attack. My defense for that attack was 3, 4, 5, 6 damage to Dark Beast, and that brings him up to 17, which is more than his limit of 15. Yeah, he only has 15 hit points. So, Dark Beast 1 goes away. The stun stays on him, I believe, and then we will reveal another random environment. There are 2 more environments. There is the Savage Land and Blue Moon. I'm going to roll a dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, 6 is going to be Blue Moon. So Blue Moon becomes the new environment. This has when revealed, discard each other settings environment in play. So Genosha is going to be discarded. And did I not... Wait, is this turn 1? This is turn 1. Wow, I rushed down stage 1 really quick. Anyways, The rest of Blue Moon is going to be shuffled into the encounter deck. Yeah, when I was playing my 3 games where I lost, I kept saying that it might actually be really easy to rush down Dark Beast, and I'm starting to get the feeling that that is very, very true. Anyways, Blue Moon has a different effect. Each minion gains guard, so Dark Beast no longer has steady, so that stunned will apply. And special, deal yourself 1 damage when he attacks. So 1 damage is always going to go through, but that's okay. That's actually, I think, the best one, honestly. So unfortunately, when I move on to Dark Beast 2, I will get dealt an encounter card. And now, during the villain phase, I will be dealt another encounter card. So the first encounter card we are dealt is Crisis of Faith. I can either exhaust... flip to Alter Ego and exhaust Kurt Wagner to remove Crisis of Fate from the game, or discard each attack and defense event in my hand. I have no attack or defense events, and I think I'm just going to choose the second one, because I have none. Actually, I think that legally, rules as written, you can't choose something that would cause the board state not to change, if there is an option that will cause the board state to change. So I'm going to... Oh, how many BAMs are in my graveyard? 1, 2, 3 BAMs in my graveyard. There's no reason to go to Alter Ego mode. Let's just stay in hero form, and I will just exhaust myself to remove this from the game. Sure. The second card is going to be Nowhere is Safe. When revealed, place 1 pursuit counter on Pursued by the Past. Then, if it has any counters on it, discard an upgrade or support card you control. But I have been playing so quickly that I have none, so joke's on you, Nowhere is Safe. I took no consequences from that. But now it's my turn, and I have absolutely nothing I can do, so I will just end my turn. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Main Scheme is going to get 1. Dark Beast tries to attack, but he is stunned. And then... what is in my hand? Ready for a fight, ready for a fight. Cutlasses, Tally-Ho, Scout Ahead. Okay. They're going to get dealt a face down card. That face down card is Time Travel Shenanigans. This is an acceleration icon, comes into play with 2 per person, and when defeated, the player who defeated this scheme discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a card from the same environment as the settings environment revealed, or the current settings environment, and reveals the just discarded card. So I have to either deal with that or rush down Dark Beast again. I kind of want to just rush down Dark Beast again, to be completely honest. So let's go... I'm thinking 2 for Kurt Cutlasses, which will give me +1 attack, +1 defense, and Retaliate 1, which is absolutely bonkers, but it counts as 2 restricted cards. And then I am going to use Ready for a Fight to use Scout Ahead, remove 3 threats from a scheme. There are no things that make it so I can't thwart the main scheme, so I'm going to remove 3 from the main scheme. I could also discard a BAM from my hand if I had one, but I don't, to remove 3 from another scheme. So I'm going to draw back up to 5 once again. Not today. Defensive Conditioning, Dr. St. Clair, and Hidden Base. No Shy, unfortunately. So main scheme gets 1. Dark Beast attacks for 2. I have no damage on me. I could just take this. I kind of think I just want to take this. So I'm just going to take the 2 plus... oh, main scheme gets 2, sorry, because of the acceleration icon. So he's boosting for 2, so that's 4 damage to me. But I have Retaliate 1, so he's going to take 1 damage from that. Also, he attacked, so Genosha, or not Genosha, Blue Area of the Moon will deal me 1 more damage. So that's actually quite bad. I should not have taken half my life there. Followed by the flip of Targeted for Extermination, so now I can't thwart the main scheme. And when I defeat this, I have to confuse my identity. Yikes, okay. The reason I was relatively okay with doing that was because I wanted to play some upgrades, so I'm going to use the Power of Protection to pay for Defensive Conditioning, which will give me +3 HP and give me 1 more defense, and let's go... Nightcrawler will thwart 2 from... the Targeted for Extermination, and 2 for either Dr. St. Clair or Hidden Base. I think Hidden Base is the better idea. So Hidden Base comes into play with 3 counters, and I can exhaust this and use up a counter when I flip to Alter Ego mode to give myself a tough status card. How many more Ready for a Fight are in my deck? I don't think there are any, unfortunately. No, there should still be 1 Ready for a Fight. Okay. So that's going to be the end of my turn. Draw back up to 5. Not today, stop hitting yourself. Ooh, 2, stop hitting yourselves. Oh, I might just defeat Beast right now. That might just happen. I'm not able to pay for both of them, though, unfortunately. Yikes, alright. So, Dark Beast, main scheme gets 1. Dark Beast attacks, I take 1 damage from the attack. I'm not exhausted, I am going to exhaust myself to block. And I will use the X gene to pay for Not Today, which will give me +2 defense for this attack. And if I don't die, I get to remove 2 from my scheme. Sorry, main scheme gets 1 more because of the time travel shenanigans. So he's attacking for 2. I have a defense of 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 defense. And he's boosting for 1. I take no damage from this. I get to remove 2 from a scheme. I'm going to remove 2 from the targeted for extermination, which will confuse my identity. However, since I took no damage, I'm going to use 2 for to stop hitting yourself. After I take no damage from this attack, I will deal damage back equal to my defense. So that's 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 damage back to Dark Beast, plus the retaliate damage. So that's 9 damage total. He's up to 10 damage out of 18. 8 more damage and he will be gone. So, reveal the next card, Hunted. This gives me +1 card every turn, and as an alter ego action, I can discard a card from my hand to discard this card. Unfortunately, there is nothing left for me to do because I've used up my entire hand. So that's going to be it for me, I think. Yeah, that's going to be it for me. Unexhaust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have a Tally-Ho, Day Tripper, Port Away. I have Port Away and Under Control. Okay. So main scheme gets 2. It's up to 6 out of 10, so if he schemes, I'm actually going to lose. How many scheme cards are in here? Okay, the deck is still full of scheme cards, unfortunately, and I'm going to get dealt 2 cards. So he's attacking for 2. I think I need to thwart the main scheme next turn. I have a total of 11 hit points, but he can hit me for 2. Well, he's attacking right now, so I'm going to take 1 damage right away. And then 4 damage would defeat me. So if he boosts for 2, I will lose. So I do have to manually defend. So this is not looking good. However, I do have enough defense that there's basically no way that he can deal me any damage. Star, after this activation, resolves place 1 pursue counter on pursued by the past. And this is one of the scheme ones. Ooh, one of them is gone. Okay, so I take no damage. I'm not even going to bother calculating it. I take no damage, and then no response to that. So I got dealt 2 cards. The first card is Sinister Strike. Place 1 pursuit counter on pursued by the past. Then it has any counters on it. He attacks you. He's attacking for 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1, that's only 3. Oh, but that's going to activate Blue Area of the Moon, which will deal me 1 damage automatically. Deals me 2 damage, and then the 1 boost puts me up to 11. Wait, did I do that correctly? I was at 7. I take 1 from Blue Area of the Moon, 2 from his attack, and then 1 from the boost, which only puts me at 11. Defensive conditioning gives me +3 hit points, so I have 12 hit points, so I'm still alive. I'm still alive, I'm still alive. And he hit me twice, so he takes 2 retaliate, so he's up to 12 damage out of 18. Yeah, I am fairly certain that I did that correctly. Fairly certain, because I'm going through the math right now, and I'm pretty sure I did that all correct. Okay. Okay. So I'm still alive. I'm still alive, and then I get the next face down card, and that card is Trial by Combat, Hinder 1. What is this? Comes into play with 3 because of the Hinder 1. This is an Amplify icon, which kind of doesn't really matter at the moment, to be completely honest, because I'm not taking damage from his attacks. When defeated, shuffle each Imperial Guard minion in the encounter deck. Discard POW into the encounter deck. Imperial Guard. So Oracle, Blue Moon stuff basically is what I'm assuming, because this is a Blue Moon set. Okay, so now it's my turn. Now it is my turn, now it's my turn. I need to deal 6 damage to him this turn. I have 3 attack. I have 2 attack, my bad. How am I gonna deal 6 damage? I am exhausted as well. After Day Tripper enters play, search your deck and discard POW for a copy of Banff and attach it to the enemy. Deal 1 damage to each enemy with a copy of Banff attached. So I could use, 2 for Day Tripper. Discard Tally-Ho to give myself a Banff. And then use that Banff with Port Away to flip over and unexhaust myself. That would give me a tough flip back over to hero form. Unexhausted, I could attack for 2, bring it up to 14. Day Tripper would put it up to 15. Day Tripper could attack, dealing 2 more damage, puts it up to 17, and they would still be alive, but then they attack and the retaliate would defeat them. I think that works. I think this worked. Okay, using 2 for Day Tripper, search my deck and discard pile for a copy of Bamf, and I get to attach it to an enemy. That's going to attach to Dark Beast. Deal 1 damage to each enemy with a copy of Bamf attached, so that's going to deal 1 damage to Dark Beast. Day Tripper is going to attack and deal 2 damage to Dark Beast. He's up to 15. I'm going to discard Tally Ho as a hero action. I can spend 1 resource of any type to return a copy of Bamf from my graveyard to my hand. This is limit once per phase. Then I'm going to use Port Away, discard a copy of Bamf from your hand to change forms and ready your identity. So I am now readied, and my form has changed to Alter Ego mode. I am going to use Hidden Base to give myself a tough status card. And then I'm going to manually flip back over to Nightcrawler. Nightcrawler is going to attack Dark Beast, and I have +1 attack from the cutlasses. So this is 2 damage to Dark Beast. He's up to 17 out of 18. And then that's going to be the end of my turn. I'm going to draw back, up. Wait, hold on. No, yeah. I'm not going to take any damage. No, Blue Area of the Moon is going to... When Dark Beast attacks, the blue area of the moon is going to deal 1 damage to my identity, which will get rid of my tough. But then Bamf... No, that's fine, because I have tough. This is fine. So I draw 5 cards. Main scheme gets 1. Dark Beast attacks. This triggers blue area of the moon, which will get rid of my tough. I'm going to discard the Bamf to declare myself as a defender without attacking, or without exhausting. I have no responses to this. But he has 2 attack. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defense. Boosting for 1. Attach this card to Dark Beast. I don't care unless it does something. No, I don't care. This just gives him +1 scheme. So I take no damage from this, and now it is retaliate time. He takes 1 damage from the retaliate, and then he's defeated. He is defeated. Okay. That was a very, very close game, and I'm going to be very upset if I check the footage and it turns out that I did the math wrong and I actually should have lost. But I'm going to count this as a win, and that was a close game that I won. I won this game, and I can stop losing to Dark Beast now. Dark Beast, I think he should have a stage 2. Frankly speaking, he should have a stage 2. I don't think he should only have 1 stage, especially when that stage is only 10. I think it should go up to maybe 9. Let's say 9. And then stage 2 would be or a 2B would be that when you reach 2B, you have to reveal as a 3rd set-aside environment. That way all the environments are like in play, right? That would be cool. I don't know why they made it only 2 of the 3 environments ever come into play, but that's fine. That's how they want to do it. Sure, whatever. I also said in the last video that I don't know why they didn't make it so that all the modular, like, heroes, or the modular encounter sets that came with the heroes that released in this wave came with an environment modular encounter set, because that's what they did with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. All those heroes in those packs came with a Elite Thunderbolt set that could be used with Citizen V, and I feel like Dark Beast, the modular encounter sets, Blue Moon, dinosaur stuff, and the other one, Genosha and the dinosaur one, that one would be like these environments are not nothing, you know? These minions do interact with these environments, so it's not like the special could never be triggered. Like Genosha Mech. After Genosian Mech attacks and defeats one of your allies, resolve the special ability on the setting environment twice, right? Like, that's not something that... It's something that they could have done, I guess. I guess the reason that they didn't is because they're following, like, the comic books or whatever, so they can't just make up an environment. But yeah, I don't think the main scheme should have 10. I don't think it should be a single main scheme. I have lost 3 times to that. It's so annoying, and I do think that rushing down Dark Beast might be the best idea if you are playing against him. As for Nightcrawler, he's kind of fiddly. Like, protection, honestly, is now my favorite aspect, just because I'm ready for a fight, but Nightcrawler's kind of fiddly. Even though he has a card that allows him to flip over, and I love cards that allow you to flip form. Like, so much of playing Nightcrawler is just dancing around with, playing musical chairs with the Bamf cards. And there's only 3 of them, and it feels kind of bad whenever you can't do the Bamf stuff. And Bamf itself is kind of a odd thing, isn't it? Like, so much of the cards are like Bamf, and then, deal damage to enemies with Bamf attached, but then that's probably going to kill them. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, why would... The Bamf had no effect, essentially. You're just paying one more for this. I don't know, it's kind of a weird design. I don't think Nightcrawler is in my top half of favorite heroes. I don't think I really... Yeah, he doesn't mesh with me. I might give him another try in Aggression, maybe? I can see how Aggression might work, because if you just use the Bamfs to constantly take care of defending, you can just go aggro, full aggro, without worrying about taking damage, so that might be interesting. But other than that, like, I don't think you can play leadership with Nightcrawler, because you don't have the resources to play leadership. You have to use your resources to do Bamf stuff. Anyways, that's all from this game. Hopefully you enjoyed, hopefully you had fun watching, and that I will see you next time when I face the final boss of the Age of Apocalypse, and I have one hero left to play from this wave, and that is Iceman. So I will be using Iceman against that boss. See you then. Goodbye.